Back to my channel. It's your girl Jana, back with another video. Y'all hear noise in the background? It's a sound machine. My little one is sleeping in the room with me. So, but my voice carries, and I know y'all hear me because I just checked. So we good. So tomorrow is the world's holiday, or you know what? I don't know if it's the whole world that celebrates Mother's Day tomorrow. I just know here in the U.S. of A. they do, and Mother's Day, for some people, it varies. You know what I'm saying? It really varies. Some people, Mother's Day they get sad because their mom is either no longer here anymore. So their mother probably was a great mother or excellent mother in their eyes, and she's no longer here on earth. So therefore, with that being said, they're sad because when you think about it, with these holidays, they bombard you with the celebration of a whatever event that is going to take place on whatever day, as far as in reference to the holiday. So you got the commercials going, you got the ads, you go inside a store, there's like a area catered to whatever holiday is coming up. So you're constantly reminded, even on your phone, ads, videos, TV, you're constantly bombarded, constantly reminded of whatever holiday is to come. So, like I said, some people it's bitter because their mom is no longer here on earth and their mom was an excellent mom. In some cases, for some women out there, they probably were pregnant and for whatever reason, they don't have their children here on earth anymore. Like they probably miscarried or whatever. So they'll probably be a tendency to be sad. Especially if they had like repetitive miscarriages, or there's also the cases with moms that probably had children and lost children, so it's sad, they get sad off of that, for whatever reason. The child is no longer here. Then you have the cases where people have mothers that are living, they know their mother, they lived with her, they grew up with her, but for whatever reason they don't have a good relationship or good bond, good community. They just, in their eyes, their mom wasn't a good mom, or they probably think that their mom could have done a whole lot better in certain areas and she didn't. Or she chose a bad route out. So, some people think that, just being a mom, cook, clean, nurture, just, have a roof over my head, I put food in your stomach, I put clothes on your back. What more do you want, so to speak, type of thing. But it's much more than that, you know what I'm saying? It's the nurturing aspect side of it. There's the the calming side. I just said nurturing, that falls underneath that umbrella. And we're going to assume that some mothers do the best that they can do based on their own personal experiences with their own mothers, their own environments, that they were brought up with. As a result of that, caused them to be a certain type of mother. So with that being said, you oftentimes have to have compassion or empathy, sympathy. You can kind of sympathize a little bit to a certain extent. But I also believe once you know better, you do better. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and then of course, then is the mothers out there that are just the cream of the crop. They have their children. The children are living. They had extra relationships, so on and so forth, and it's just a beautiful holiday that they enjoy and they look forward to. To me, I don't need the system to necessarily tell me when to celebrate my mom, or not even celebrate, acknowledge my mom. I can acknowledge her 364 days out the year. I don't necessarily need them to tell me. But what I've realized also, that with certain, what I've realized is that even though if you don't celebrate or you're not crazy over the holidays, I noticed that certain probably gifts or certain gifts that you would probably want to buy that are nice quality gifts that you probably wouldn't find them. You probably wouldn't find them throughout the year other than during close to the time of when that holiday comes up. So with that being said, I can understand if you see something in the store that you normally wouldn't find or normally wouldn't see in the store, and you feel like you want to get it from your mom or whatever, then hey, get it for your mom. I mean, you don't have to necessarily give it to her on that day. But I know I keep saying but I just was just sitting here thinking about it, like how, you know, this event is coming up, and it's good that mothers do get acknowledged and recognized for or credit for the things they do, because there's a lot of moms that do make a lot of sacrifices out there. We all can't. The one thing I realized, we all can't bunch all women or all mothers in one lump sum and say, well, they're all deserving, they're all worthy, or they're all whatever. Because to me, even though pregnancy is a lot and giving birth is a lot, it still requires more than that when you are bringing a child into the world, caring for a child, nurturing a child, rearing a child, raising a child. You make a lot of sacrifices as well too, especially if you don't have a support system or someone to back you up that's there consistently. You make an awful lot of sacrifices for your children or your child or whatever. So I just started to just share that with y'all. That was just kind of like on my mind with the whole Mother's Day thing coming up. It's nice to be acknowledged from time to time. You don't necessarily need a designated day, but it is nice to be recognized. And unfortunately, you do have some people where it's like you're not recognized until that event comes up. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't get a clue, or even if they do get a clue, they're just too self-absorbed, too selfish to even consider thinking of you, or what you're going through, or what you're dealing with, or what you have to endure. And I want to say more so like the males, the men that create the children, whether it's a husband or we do live in a fallen world. So then you have the boyfriends, you have the fiancés, and then you have the oops, I'm sorry, or one night stands, or the whatever, hit it and quit it type of people. I think that in those cases, sometimes with some of them, I'm not going to say all, because I will never, ever, ever, ever say all, because that's far from the truth. Some of them, they really don't get it, or don't want to get it. You really do make a lot of sacrifices from the child comes out of you. From the child is in you, you make sacrifices too, but like once they come out of you, it's just like right there, boom, 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 boom. And sometimes you really just don't get the recognition for that. You really don't get the recognition for that. And I believe that maybe part of the reason why you might not get the recognition for that, in reference to like the children's father, whoever the children's father, I just named the different types of titles and scenarios, is because maybe the person is too full of themselves to the point where their head is so far up there, that is just like, it's impossible, it just can't come down. Or maybe they had issues, even though I'm not making any excuses for them. I'm just basically just stating the probable causes. What might be, could be that they have issues with their own mom. that as a result cause them to be a certain way towards women or mothers. And sometimes it's not consciously, it's subconsciously, well, they probably don't even realize it. Then you have those cases where it might not necessarily be a mom. It could be a grandmother. It could be an aunt. It could be a cousin. Just someone that was a female that probably, crossed them somehow, some way. And for whatever reason, they didn't come back from it. Or they didn't work on their inner work or get the healing or therapy or whatever it is that they need to do to be a better version of themselves. So as a result of that, they don't show up like they're supposed to. Not making any excuses. I'm definitely not making excuses. I'm just, like I said, I'm just making some probable reasons. Let me see. And I know I keep saying but that's it. That concludes the end of this video. I just wanted to just put that out there, like with the whole Mother's Day theme, moms, mother, so on and so forth. And yeah. All right. Well, if you like what you were hearing, go ahead and subscribe. Turn on the bell, get the likes up for your girl, and don't pay attention to my cream rug. It is a light color, and I do have children, so you real mothers out there already know what time it is. But I'm gonna go ahead and continue with my petty. I just wanted to just share that with y'all, my thoughts on the whole Mother's Day, Mother's theme, Mother's event coming up. Yeah. All right. Peace.